Actually, I was really inspired by the speech just before me, and I heard so much of Swedishness. It's really like touching me. And I also will start my speech with my story, because when I was going to this kind of special place at Prague's National Gallery this morning, I actually said to myself, well, what kind of challenge you have put on yourself again, Eva? Standing in front of the audience on a global compact, many people listening to you. And there was something tiny little inside of me saying, well, challenges are here to be taken and not to be ignored. Then I heard some inner voice saying, challenges are here to make you realize that many things can be possible if they have a meaning. And the last thing, this little inner voice inside of me was saying, and challenges are here to make you change if you want. By the way, is there anyone in the audience who doesn't know IKEA? I'm looking if I see any hands. No. Anyhow, I will start with some of the facts. And I don't know if I'm touching the right... here it comes. Some of the facts and figures, and I will a little bit share about who we are. We are a Swedish home furnishing company. We were founded in 1943 by Ingvar Kamprad, and we always had, being a Swedish company, sustainability in our DNA. We are operating in 43 countries today, and that consists of all the IKEA stores. We had by the end of last year, 328 stores. We have our own operation services and offices, which is where I have, let's say, the crew of the people here in Prague as well. We have our own industry factories, and we have our own distribution centers. Worth to mention is that during the last year, we had 771 million store visits. Imagine the number of the people. And worth to mention as well is 1.9 billion visits at our IKEA.com website. Last thing, maybe from the facts, is that we have committed last year as IKEA Group, together with IKEA Foundation, another €1 billion for the climate action, and that is something which I will revert later on in my presentation. So, what do we do in IKEA? We have our vision, and our vision is to create a better everyday life for the many people. We have a long-term strategic direction, which is called Growing IKEA Together, and part of this long-term strategic direction is, of course, sustainability. It's being an integral part for many years, and since 2012, we have launched our new sustainability strategy, which is called People and Planet Positive. We have heard a lot about impact, which means People and Planet Positive means that we want to have a positive impact in whatever we do. So we are going all in sustainability in the aspects of our business, and also by listening what our customers want. Our vision is actually built up on the three, I would say, main of the areas. And we believe that our strategy, our sustainability, people and planet positive strategy, is something we can actually build on from the experiences we have regarding environmental and social issues from the past. And we also believe that by our people and planet positive strategy, we can take our part on taking the world's biggest challenges connected to the climate changes. Our strategy, what we want to do, we want to inspire millions of people to live more sustainable life at home, and that is mainly connected to our range, the way how we develop and design our products, how we enable our customers to save energy, water, waste in their households. We also strive for resource and energy independence, and we also want to take a lead in creating better life for the people and communities. I will take my time and I will speak about resource and energy independence, being in this climate change panel. I could speak about many other examples, but that is something that I have chosen to talk today. What do we actually mean in IKEA being resource and energy independent? We actually set, I would say, very clear goal to ourselves, saying that by 2020 already, we want to be, as operations, completely energy independent. We have made a commitment and already invested 1.5 billion euro worldwide, and owning something like 314 wind farms. We have installed 700,000 solar panels as installations on our buildings, and we are on our way. We are striving to reach the goal 100%. Last year, we were already on the 53% of total energy consumption of all our operations were actually done from the renewable. So actually, that's one of the, I would say, milestones that we have reached as a company. Worth to mention is that we work very closely with suppliers. Actually, last year, the final number we had worldwide like 972 suppliers, direct suppliers to IKEA. And we cooperate with our suppliers on a long-term partnership. In average, I checked, it was 11 years, which means we don't do one-time buys. And we believe that the synergy together with our business partners, suppliers, is something which can make the impact in whatever we do. Going IKEA energy independent, 100%, we actually also implemented a project where we have taken into consideration our biggest impacted suppliers and their factories and setups. And we started to run worldwide something like 55 projects, which we call Suppliers Go Renewable, which means we don't stop at ourselves, and we support our business partners, our suppliers, together with the collaboration from other companies. And we meet regularly, we set the action plans, we dedicate and determine to actually make the change and drive through it. To name maybe and to say and share some of the key successes. If I look on the year 2012 and today, by being determined on the energy savings, all our suppliers worldwide were on a level of 18% energy savings, which actually was recalculated on the equality of the business, because of course we are growing our business, but on the equality of the business, something like 15% of the cost savings, which means we do believe that sustainability, when building on a business case, is of course making the business to be better, have a positive impact, and as we said, on people and planet. And it also brings, of course, money back to the companies that can be invested. And we continue. We are on a track to this 100%, and we believe we will make it. I will spend some time also on responsible sourcing, because I come from the purchasing organization of the IKEA part. So we are daily actually purchasing or our volumes. There is, let's take for instance cotton. I mean, cotton is really nice fabric, right? It's actually very dirty when it comes to production. It uses extremely a lot of water. It uses a lot of pesticides and fertilizers in general. What we have done in IKEA, we said that we would like to be, or to have, all the cotton in all our products in the entire IKEA range to be 100% coming from more sustainable cotton or more sustainable sources. What have we done? And it was mentioned during today's morning a lot as well. We have, together with Better Cotton Initiative, went down to the farms, and we have helped to farmers to actually reduce the water usage in the factories, to reduce the usage of the chemicals when it comes to producing a cotton and actually making the working environment being even better. So it has really impact. We have managed the farmers to come actually from the poverty, sorry, and making their business to be successful and profitable. It's not only one of the things. One of the other materials that we are using in IKEA, and I would say in most of the articles, and something which I really like, is wood. And I've seen it here in Skanska as well, I mean forestry. It's happening. There is a lot of illegal logging ongoing. There is a lot of deforestation still going. So how do we act? We said we want to be, in 2020, completely forestry positive. We have reached another milestone, and last year we went over 50% of all the wood which we have in our articles and products coming from more sustainable sources. For us in IKEA, it is a partnership together with FSC organization. And what we do now is that by having people that are actually connected to my team, we actually visit suppliers on a regular basis, and we secure that at least the minimum requirements, which is to have a controlled wood in all our entire supply chain, is what we actually admit to have. And additionally to that, we support, by collaboration with WWF, the certification of the forests. What we did until 2015, it was something like 35,000 hectares of the forest to be FSC certified, just for your imagination, the size of the Germany. And by that, we believe we can actually promote more environmental friendly and responsible forest management. So that's another one of the milestones. I didn't mention during the energy independence, actually, one of the things, how many of you are using LED? I completely forgot, but that's another very important thing. There is many of you. That's really great, because that was one of the really big things as well, which we did over the past 3 years. We have switched the entire IKEA range into 100% LED. And did you know that the LED bulb is actually bringing you something like 85% less energy or electricity that you need? So actually you are saving your costs, you are saving your bills on electricity, and it lasts over 20 years. So, to connect the range, I spoke a lot about the products, about what the customers want, and how we are actually driving our business. Sustainability is one of the 5 main principles we have in democratic design. We say that we want to have articles, and every new range that comes into our stores has to be always better than the entire one that we have at the moment. So there is an internal tool existing, which is called Product Sustainability Scorecard, where we measure, based on 11 criteria, the impact that production of such a product has actually on the environment. And we have said that 90% of our sales volumes, we reached 31.9 billion euro sales turnover last year. So we want to have 90% of all the products to be more sustainable, so always a better by 2020 as well. And I don't speak beyond. I know we are in 2030 today, and I'm sure because of the full commitment and determination of our executive management, that there will always come much more challenging goals on us in a business. To wrap up, I spoke about challenges, and I spoke about my story, putting myself in such challenges. And I spoke about milestones, which we do in IKEA, where I mentioned many times going to 100% or reaching 100% goal. And I think that is the fundament. Because if you give to business a clarity about what are the expectations without making any compromise, 100% is clear. It is without making any compromise. It actually sets you a clarity what you have to do as a business person to make your business grow, but be better and have a positive impact. So I urge you, if I would not change and do some little things I can, which I've got actually being inspired today by many of you as a speakers, and I know. If you will bring a tiny little thing with you home, to your corporations, to your offices, to your colleagues, small businesses, big businesses, name it, do you think we can make an impact, positive impact on people and planet? I will share a small video. I will leave you with this thought now, and I will only say one thing. If we will not, who will? Thank you.